Once upon a time, you were the record deal between English clubs.
It's an opportunity, I think, for...
Roy, once upon a time, you were the record deal between English clubs at 3.75 million, which I think is 100 million with inflation, so we'll call it that. What about Jack Grealish? As you knew as a young man, did you see this level of potential?
Yeah, of course, the potential was always there, but of course there's worry then about with the injuries, off-the-field stuff. He always had the talent. He's matured really well over the last few years. I think it's a great buy for Man City. You mentioned there, it's a huge statement. Great move for him working with Pep. He'll improve with the players he's around, and now there'll be more demands put on him, of course. But I think it's a great move. Good move for Villa as well. They got some good money in. They'll obviously recruited well. But going to Man City, I think it's the perfect fit for Jack, especially working with Pep, because Pep is the main man out there.
And Pep Guardiola has said that he could see Jack Grealish playing in any number of positions in an attacking sense. Where do you think? Where would you like to see him? Where do you think his best position is?
I'll probably go with maybe that left side and that advanced 8 position. You know, maybe linking up with it, whether it's Sterling or Foden.
Another club quite openly, Harry Kane. He says we'd like Harry Kane, but if Tottenham don't want to negotiate, there's nothing happening. How do you read the Harry Kane situation this week with his words yesterday that actually, I would never disrespect Tottenham. I will come back to training as soon as I can. I didn't miss training, as it were, last Monday.
Well, I don't know. It seems something's got lost in the translation, because it just seems to me that with Harry Kane not being there and the way it's going and him wanting to leave, you know, you look at the way Jack's left Aston Villa, it's gone seamless. You know, Christian Purslow, when he's explained it, the comms, the recruitment, everything what's happened with the way Jack Grealish has gone with the clause what he's had in his contract, it's made it happen. But obviously this hasn't happened for Tottenham yet. It's not happened for Harry Kane simply because there's no clause. You know, Tottenham have got every right to ask as much as they can for him, simply because we're talking about Harry Kane here. You know, somebody who just looking at Harry, you're seeing Jack Grealish go for 100 million, who's, yes, lack of European experience, maybe international experience, which he'll now get. Harry Kane's got all that, so how much is he worth? So at the end of the day, it's rumbling on. We're seeing, in respects of him moving, how it's going to happen. You know, we have to see how it continues to move on.
Emil, is this the reality of signing a very long contract? He signed a 6-year deal just before the World Cup. Is this... Now, that's great for your own security and those around you, but actually, if you want to move on, you've got a bit of a golden handcuff there.
And this is the thing, I think it's exactly what Wright is talking about there. With no clause, who holds the trump? It's the club. You've got to now negotiate with the club who holds all the cards, and that you have to do what they say. At the end of the day, he's a Spurs player, and they've got to negotiate with him. And like I said, it's got to start at 150.
I cannot. He signed in 2018, and I cannot believe at that stage, with the strength of position he was in, going into a World Cup, he could have gone into that World Cup, won a Golden Boot. If you come back, even stronger position, he did that. I cannot understand how Harry Kane, at the level of player he is, goes into a contract with no clause in it. I can't understand it.
There's talk about a gentleman's agreement.
Let's not be naive here,
exactly,
everybody.
That's ridiculous. Anyone who thinks still having an agreement with a club, unless it's written in a contract, forget about it.
Yeah. Most people watching would say most of the time the player gets the move they want. Would that be a fair reading of the situation?
Not always, and particularly with Spurs. Obviously, the chairman there obviously will dig his heels in. But again, I agree with the lads. How you were talking about my transfer all them years ago. I had a clause in my contract. We see Grealish, how these players with the people around him, with all the advisors, didn't put that in the contract. It's bizarre.